Hello everyone, welcome back to Plant and Body by Design. Today in this episode I'm going to talk about Amaryllis plants. And this is a special request because there's friends of mine asking me how do you care for these plants when they're done blooming. So that's why I'm gonna give you some tips on how to take care of them after they're done blooming. Amaryllis belongs to the family of Amaryllidaceae family. Beautiful plants provides an instant beauty for any interior of the homes. I have this white variety over here, and then I have this orange color. There's still buds coming out. They are planted in a wax. If they are planted in a wax, you don't have to water them because they already have some moisture to it and also some nutrients. If you have some spent flowers, what you have to do is to remove the spent flowers so that the energy doesn't go to in making a seed, because sometimes because of the wind or something like that, they cross-pollinate and the pollen goes into the pistil. Those will become seeds. What I recommend to you, so that the energy doesn't concentrate on making a seed, what you have to do is to cut them off, pluck them off like this one, okay? Just remove the spent flower like that, okay? It's easy to remove. What I got here is a bulb from last year. It failed to rebloom again because I didn't bring them outside. That's why it's very important that you have to bring them outside during springtime or when it's frost-free, so that it rejuvenates the plant. But don't worry, you could rebloom this again by next year. Leave the leaves alone like this, then plant it in a good soil. This particular one, it's planted in a gravel or white gravels, okay? Look at the roots of this one. What you have to do is to plant this on good soil, but leave the leaves alone until it rejuvenates back. And then what I recommend also is to, during that time frame from May up to September, keep on giving them fertilizer so that the bulbs will become big. By the time around September, as I've said, bring this back. After you plant them on the good soil, bring them back around September in a cool, dry area. Stop watering during that time. And then maybe around November, once the leaves are turning yellow or brown, cut the leaves, okay? Cut it like that. This one has a new boblets, okay? It has a baby. So you could replant this also, and then cut the roots of this one totally, okay? Clean it up, clean it like that. Now it's all clean, and then what you have to do is to plant this in good soil like the one over here. When you plant this, make sure you just put the soil halfway of the bulb and then start watering, and then by the time around probably Christmas time, that's when you see that new flower buds will come out. Perfect timing for the Christmas holidays. Don't throw away the old bulbs because it will regrow back and rebloom again. And for amaryllis that are planted in a wax, what you have to do is to remove the wax, then replant them in a good soil. The wax has a plastic on it, okay? What you have to do is to just break the wax. Like that. Then you can plant in a good soil. How do we propagate these plants, Amaryllis? Amaryllis can be propagated by either by seeds, by division of the bulbs called bulblets. These bulbs will produce boblets by the side of this bulb. Okay, like this one over here, it will come out from the sides of the bulb. Pluck them out. Now you have a new plant. That's one way of reproducing this plant. And the other method is, as I mentioned to you, is by seeds. To reproduce seeds, what you have to do is to get a pollen, put it on the pistil of the flower. You can also hybridize these plants to create a new cultivar. You could also name those new cultivars into your name or whatever name you want. You could do that. I'll show you on how to hybridize this one. So let's say you want this white cross with this orange color. Get some pollen, get a brush. You have to transfer to the pistil. As a matter of fact, if you touch this one, it's a little bit sticky, okay? So that's where you put the pollen to the pistil, okay? And that's how you hybridize this one. That's how you cross-pollinate them. And then there will be seed pods that will develop. This is the old spent flower. It developed already. Once it matures, this will become seeds. And then once the seeds are mature enough, then you could plant them on good soil, okay? All right, that's how you reproduce these plants. It's amazing what you could do with these plants, Amaryllis. You could reproduce new hybrids out of it by doing a cross-pollination. Another way you want to reproduce more, there's three methods. The other one is by tissue culture. So that's the other way of reproducing this plant. And with tissue culture, you will reproduce identical to the parent. What they do is to get a portion, a tissue of this plant, okay, a new growth of the leaves. They cut a small portion of that and then they put them in test tube with certain chemicals. That's how they reproduce them by tissue culture. I hope that you learn something from this beautiful plants called Amaryllis. All right.